And that haunting ballad welcomes us into yet another episode of Space Haven. Hey kids, how you doing today? Let's jump back into the game and have some fun. Okay, we are. Oops. I've taken a bit of time off camera and did a little exploration, or not exploration, resource collection up in this area here. Collected a few of those power crystals and stuff that was here, and a little bit of ship scrap. I mean, I could probably spend about 2 or 3 hours in that area just harvesting resources right now. Even with a short crew, it would still take me a while. And I just harvested the resources in this sector here. There was two resource nodes here. I think one was some chemical or some metals, and the other was some Hyperium crystal. I am very low on Endurium crystals right now, although I do have some scrap that I'd picked up. I purchased a bunch of scrap. That's probably still sitting on the shuttle bay here to be processed. So I might get a crystal or two more out of that, but that is it. So what we're going to do is we will hit jump, and I find I have to tell these guys to stay at their station because they go to their station, they start to charge the engines, and then they go for coffee. So we'll load all the warnings here, of course. And we'll wait for our good buddy Carlos to get to his workstation. And we're ready to go. So let's bounce down here. Deploy. And prepare for jump. Okay, and jump in. Okay, now this new section, of course, this new area of space is a hub of incoming stars. So if you remember that most star locations, the most jump in spots, have nothing to them. So you look at this one and it looks like it's a lot of stuff, but then you count around and it's like, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them are duds, which remains the remaining like 2, 4, 6, 8 that are usable. So I'm going to just quickly explore what these 8 are, I think. Or we can go and take a look at this sector here, which is the next sector right off the bat. So we'll warp over to this one and see what that sector looks like. Okay, I'm not seeing anything of large numbers in there because there's so many planets in this area here that are connectors between jump points. I think it may be better to go and jump off to this thing here. Are you guys literally jumping out of system? Okay, so that's something I was wondering if they had actually managed to give it so that they could do inter-system jumps. So it looks like they can. That's interesting. Okay, so we're going to continue exploring here. We've got some ice and some crystal. Civilians and military. Some noble metals. Derelict ship. Of course, you know me, the derelict ships are always highest priority. Mainly because I'm really hoping for is to actually find some functional crew members. So we'll deploy over here. We'll turn off our hyper jump people, and we will grab literally this whole crew. Now, I haven't actually equipped them with weapons here, so I'm going to have to check this here real quick. Find where the missing firearms are stored. And find out who isn't equipped with one. Okay, there's my firearm, so who doesn't have something? Cass, Kathleen, Jeff, Ryan. Well, you all have weapons. All right. Well, let's grab everybody. Oops. Draft everybody and throw them into that shuttle. And dock that thing up. This looks like a damaged station. This is an actual station, not a ship. Oh, this could be interesting. All right, everybody off. Okay, is that all those bugs now? Okay, so this is all asteroid on the outside. Okay, I need to get these guys back to the shuttle here. And off. And back in. Okay, there's a large reactor in this station. That's kind of nice to see. Okay, that's it for that derelict. Yeah, there's some credits or something on the table here, so we'll just quickly run up and grab these. Don't shoot it, you dinguses. Okay, so we'll turn these guys off of draft and turn the shuttle off of draft. So there we have it. That's the first station we have encountered. Now let's just see what kind of thing is on this derelict station here that we can salvage. 6 corpses, 2 fertilizers. This is needed. 8 units of food. That is definitely needed. So we're just going to select all and oops. Okay, let's try this again. Select all and then shift on that one and say move that to first flight, and then shift this one and move that to ill-gotten gains. That's really cool. There's a lot of good stuff on here. So we'll take the tech, the salvage, the soft. I don't want the infra scrap, although there's probably a ton of it, and I'm not so worried about the hull scrap right now. So we'll let these guys tear this apart. Everybody's tired, of course. They want to go sleep. Jeff, what's the matter for you? You're talking to yourself, Jeff. Let's get moving. All right, Ryan grabs something there and he's making sure he brings it home with him. I think Cassiopeia fell asleep in the doorway. There we go, that's funny. Okay, now, had we not had half of our crew beat themselves to death here, we would have actually had a second shift go back over there right now and start stripping this station apart. But since they have anger management issues on this game, we'll just let these guys run for a bit and we'll pick it up after this has all been stripped down. Alright, I have harvested everything off of that one derelict station that I needed that was of any interest. I also took the time to quickly harvest some crystals and ice out of this one node here. I'm not so worried about the noble metals, the metals, or that last little bit of ice. I mean, I could probably come back. I probably will come back and grab them if I need to. So let's move on. I want to see what other kind of fun things we have in here. You are a siren world. Okay, we're going to stay away from that. There's a station here listed. And a derelict. So let's jump into that derelict station. I'll just park up beside this thing and we'll have a look. Mining station, huh? This station's offering a fairly good price on some hull blocks. So we'll trade those out. Grab that fuel rod because I need that, and I'll grab a couple of these energy crystals. You never go wrong with having energy crystals. It's a tech block. Alright, I'll leave you the energy crystal. I'm going to grab one of those tech blocks. I probably will need more, but I don't like spending more resources than I earn. And 42 ice. Yeah, I should be good on ice for a little while here. Grab a little bit of that. There we go. So there's a quick little trade with them, and we will just grab our combat team. I just want to take a quick look here. Who's missing? Ryan. Ryan, please go enter that shuttle. This one we're going to dock. And Ryan, since you're late to the party, you're going to go to the dock at the soft dock. All right, let's get everybody moving. Just quickly run Ryan around here and get him up to where the girls are. let's get everybody moving. There's a person or a cryo bed. Awesome. Awesome. I could always use more cryo bed. Could mean another person, another crew member. The only problem with the shotgun is it tends to leave the bug nothing more than a pile of juice splattered on the wall. The pistols give you better chance at corpses. Wait. Give me Kathleen. Draft you. Come over here and see what's in my facility, and we will undraft that shuttle and select this thing for salvage, tech, infra, and energy. Transfer. There we go. What do we got going on here? Oh, we got some tech blocks. Very nice. We got another fertilizer. Fertilizer is good because we currently are recovered quite a lot, and there's some food stuffs in here which we need as well. So we're just going to select all and send it right to first flight. Not so worried about getting that off. The last batch here, we did get enough fertilizers to get these crops. I've actually got a couple of crops up to 100%, so I've actually got almost a harvest off of here already, and a couple of crops here that are already almost up to full. So that was good. This composter is still full of organic biomatter. This is the good thing is the more times you can pull a crop off, the more times you get biomatter to put in the composter. I've actually had gardens running where the biomatter going into the composters was more than the composters could handle, which was good. Unfortunately, it doesn't produce more for fertilizer than it consumes. Okay, what do we got in that box there? Kathleen. I need my thing here, please. Kathleen, please. We're going to undraft you. Atticus. Hello. Tell me about yourself, my friend. Awake, working, wearing a spacesuit, and in no relationships. That's a good start. Skills. A gourmand. Enjoys eating. Gets a mood boost every time he eats. Cool. Construction ability. That's always nice. Medical ability. That's good. Moderate accuracy. Fairly good base surrender rate. That's all good. He's not very good at any of the main skills, industry and whatnot, but construction is a good one to have. Okay, we're going to make sure we turn him off of draft so that he can get over to his thing. We'll just set this schedule. Unfortunately, everybody appears to be on almost identical schedule right now. It's basically the one work shift is the only one that didn't get beaten half to death. I think what I'll do is I'll match him with Ryan's. Match him with Ryan's work schedule there. So need him working different shift. Although I am still thinking I might put him over on Carlos's ship so that I have two people assigned to this craft. Until I get the industry functioning, having more than one person really doesn't help me or benefit me much, because I want to start putting industry people over there, but something to keep in mind. All right, so we'll let this play out. The good thing is with the construction skill is they will actually start removing disassembly and do repairs and such as well. Okay, so I'll pick this up after I have torn apart this ship and see what kind of other fun things we can get into. And at long last, they have finally managed to research the chemical refinery. So we can now move on to the next bit of research here that we have to do. Okay, I'm going to research the advanced nutrition one next, which basically gives me a speed boost to my growth rates on my plants, from the way I'm reading this correctly here, hopefully. After that, I'm probably going to go either with metals or energy refineries. I need the assembler for no other reason than to unlock the advanced assembler, because I don't actually make any of these blocks. I don't need to build tech blocks. Or not, I'm reading the wrong one here. Here we go. Hull blocks, info blocks, and soft blocks. I don't need to build these because I get so many of them from the recycler. But the advanced assembler I need to manufacture the energy blocks and the tech blocks. But I'm going to go with advanced nutrition for now to give me that growth rate, because the few times that I get enough fertilizer to grow something, I should be able to get it really going. Now that I can produce fertilizer, that should help even more. So we'll close this off now. I'm just going to slow this back down to normal speed here, and we'll go over to this ship here. And we are going to order ourselves that resource chemical refinery. There we go. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter how it goes in. We'll plop that in right there. 3 info blocks and 1 tech block. Now I believe we actually did pick up some tech blocks here. So we should have everything we need once we cycle off a few more info blocks. Of course, that is going to add more weight to ill-gotten gains, meaning I really have to start working towards getting the advanced hyperdrives going. So that might be something I work towards a little bit more aggressively, is the power and hyperdrives. We'll get back into tearing apart this ship and carry on. We have moved on from this sector here. I just bounced out. Unfortunately, you couldn't go from this star to this star. You had to go back, up, and around. So I went back, up, and around, and I'm coming down this way, and there's a derelict ship listed here. The star I was, or the area I was aiming for was here where these 2 stars are. Unfortunately, that's at the farthest end of this jump line. I'd have to actually go up to this one and then back down and in. So I figured, well, we'll just jump in here and take a look at this derelict. Well, it turns out there's actually a derelict station and a derelict ship. So we have 2 derelicts to have a look at. So I'm just letting my combat crew finish their sleep for the night. They are done resting. Okay, and we're going to grab Atticus and get him to join them. And we're going to dock first with this station. Yes, I know. Thank you. No tools facility. That's helpful information. Okay, we'll just quickly have a poke around here. And that was long-winded. All right, well, that was a big station to explore. Not really. Send these guys back in, and this is the thing. So we'll just hit our scraps and transfer. There's just a little bit of food and an energy crystal, so we'll select all and we'll send it over to ill-gotten gains. We'll grab our shuttle here now that everybody's on it, and we will go dock that thing up with the derelict ship. I'm just going to take a moment here. We're going to pause. We're going to undraft that shuttle, and we're going to go grab the other shuttle. And we're going to draft that and have that dock up. Over here, because this shuttle is out of oxygen. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of bugs to kill. Okay, that got them all, hopefully. Okay, let's go and gain some oxygen here, so let's get these guys moving. And get moving back in. Okay, that's it for that ship. we will undraft them, undraft the shuttle, and order the salvage of this ship. There's some human meat. With all those bugs, we didn't get any bug corpses. That's terrible. A little bit of food, which is good, and a couple of more tech blocks. And we'll just order the salvage of everything but the infoscrap. Call that good. Now they finished building the energy refinery. I need to put a light over in this corner so I can actually see. All light right there, which would be perfect. I have ordered it to maintain constant production on chemicals because chemicals are needed for basically everything else that it produces. So constant production on chemicals and constant production on fertilizer. Fertilizer just takes chemicals. So basically chemicals are just the raw chemical refined. So constantly produce fertilizer and chemicals. I might change this to produce, actually I think I will. I will set this to produce if less than 10. Less than 10. And then what I'll do is I'll have a storeroom on the other ship for storing chemical, and I'll just say bring here 10. The explosive ammunition I have set to produce under 5. I don't have a weapon for this ammunition yet, but I can sell it for a good profit. So it's worth it to make some of this. Medical supplies, I'm just set for under 5. Once I get the medical beds going, I will import the medical fluid and supplies over to that thing. But since all of these are made at this one station, I might as well just get them going. So there's how we have this configured. Over here, what I'll do is this one unit here, I'll set a rule to bring fertilizer. I think I've already got it set to a bring here rule. There should be a minimum rule. There we go. Set a minimum of a minimum of 5. So we'll always bring a minimum of 5 over to this ship whenever this has been used up. And then if this is producing a minimum of 10 here, that way there will always be 5 being imported over to this ship. And I will always have a few surplus left over, and it won't completely consume all of the chemical I make because I do need the chemical for other productions. So that should alleviate our hunger issues. I'll put a couple more grow beds in on this ship and one on this ship here. I'm going to put one in this corner. And then that should basically do everything on this ship with the exception of the entertainment facilities. Although I will put a water vapor collector on here as well, I think. And that's going to do it for this episode of Space Haven. Hope you're enjoying. Thanks all for watching, kids, and good night for now.